Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Noelle and welcome to my Mi Watch review. This is the Mi Watch. This is actually the next iteration of the Mi Watch because I've been reading up about it ever since I got it, and there was a previous model of the Mi Watch that was introduced, and this model has more features. But before I go into that, let me just show you the unboxing that I shot and posted to my IGTV, and then we'll get back to discussing everything that I want to share about the Mi Watch.
The Mi Watch was created for style, function, and comfort. Now, this watch weighs only 32 grams, so it's ultra lightweight and feels it almost disappears on the wrist. So it's comfortable for both exercise and daily use. Not only is the Mi Watch sweat-proof, but it's also waterproof. And it has 117 sport modes, so you can record almost all of your daily sports activities. It has a large 1.39-inch AMOLED display, which ensures a clear view of all essential information at any time of the day. The Mi Watch is capable of round-the-clock monitoring of the essential health metrics that you're used to, like heart rate and blood oxygen level, sleep, stress, and energy levels. The Mi Watch also has some advanced features for outdoor adventures such as GPS, built-in geomagnetic compass, and a barometer to track air pressure and elevation. So you need a little wall adapter there. It's magnetic, so it will charge just like that as long as you're connected to a computer or a wall adapter.
So I've had the Mi Watch for almost a month. It's very close to a month. When I posted my initial Instagram posts and stories about the Mi Watch, I got a few interesting questions, which I hope that this review will be able to answer. If you want to read all about it and get all the technical details about the Mi Watch, you can head over to my blog. I've left the link in the description box below, so you can take your time reading all about the Mi Watch. As you may have seen from the unboxing, you can't use the Mi Watch straight out of the box. You do have to set it up using the Xiaomi Wear app installed to your smartphone. You also have to have an active internet connection while you're setting up the Mi Watch, because you have to set up your Xiaomi Wear user profile. The first thing I was impressed about with the Mi Watch was its stated 16-day battery life. I thought, wow, for a watch to be turned on 24/7 and recording so many metrics, so many fitness metrics, and then you have to use it for your exercise and fitness activities. How can it last 16 days on a single charge? And then I saw it firsthand. Out of the box, the factory charge lasted 8 days. And, it still hasn't run out since then. Since I charged it. And it wasn't like I was trying to conserve battery during those 8 days. I had my Bluetooth connection to my phone turned on 24/7. I had all day heart rate tracking, I had nighttime blood oxygen tracking, and my daily workouts lasted up to an hour each. So really, the battery, the stamina of the Mi Watch was something to behold. Let's get to the lifestyle features, because aside from using it as a watch that can track my fitness, there's also the smartwatch aspect. Smartwatches usually allow the owner to access certain features on their smartphones without having to lift up the phone or turn the screen on. So, for instance, you can get text messages, call alerts on the watch, etc. Keeping the Bluetooth turned on 24/7 was not a big deal for the watch. I don't think it really impacted the estimated battery life, and it didn't even impact the battery life of the phone because I charged it the same way I always do. So with Bluetooth turned on all the time and connection between the watch and the phone active the entire time, I was able to receive text messages, call alerts, even email. So During my work hours, when I was too busy to look at the emails dropping into my inbox, my watch, my wrist would buzz whenever I got an email. I could take a look at the subject line and decide whether it was worth my time to open the email ASAP or just keep working on what I was working and then just open my email later on my own time. So, pretty good for work productivity. Now, to get notifications on your watch, you do need to activate or enable notifications from the Xiaomi Wear app. It's pretty easy just to activate it, and then you can customize which apps you want to get notifications from. So that's pretty cool because sometimes you have apps on your phone that send you notifications to shop, and you don't really want that appearing on the notifications in the Mi Watch. So you can turn those particular notifications off. And I think this granular giving of permissions for notifications is something that I actually haven't seen in the other smartwatches that I have reviewed. Another aspect of the lifestyle features for the Mi Watch is it was able to connect to my phone and control the music features of the phone. It doesn't have onboard music storage, but it can help you skip to the next track or stop or play anything that's playing on your phone. And I think it works for any music player that you have on your phone. It works for the native music player as well as subscription services like Spotify. Now, of course, you can't really access your playlists, etc. You still have to turn on your phone for that sort of thing. But for the basic features, when you need to pause your music because you have to take an important call or you have to focus and you find that the sound is too distracting, perfect. And the last lifestyle feature that I want to discuss is its camera shutter feature. Now, I think this feature is still in beta. Yeah, let me check the watch features. Yeah, it says the camera icon there says lab, which simply means that they're still kind of testing it out. But for what it does currently, it's pretty cool. You can switch to video or photo, whatever. And from the watch itself, you can select the timer. And all you have to do is hit the button on the watch and it will start to count down. And whatever mode your camera is on, that's when it will start recording or take a photo. And then you can use the trigger on your watch also to stop a recording. Now let's get into fitness tracking. We've come to expect a lot from smartwatches in fitness tracking features. So the Mi Watch tracks all of the following around the clock: your step count, your calories burned, your heart rate, your blood oxygen levels, your sleep. I think even the number of times you get up and stay standing for at least a minute. It tries to get you to do that at least 12 times a day. The Mi Watch is also able to estimate your energy and stress levels depending on how much rest you got, your heart rate while stationary, and the general amount of activity you had over the course of a day. Is it accurate? Even the position where you put your watch on your body can change how it counts the number of steps you take. But if comparing the heart rate, the step count, and the blood oxygen numbers that the Mi Watch was able to record and display, when I compared that with another device that I have, the numbers were within the same general range. I think the value of fitness tracking is really just about consistency and trends so that you can see whether your resting heart rate is going up, which indicates illness. You can see whether your step count is going down, which indicates that you need to get moving. So as long as you're wearing the Mi Watch on your wrist every day, and if you wear it at night too, which helps it track your sleep quality, you'll be able to see if you're hitting your activity goals or need to step up. Now let's get into sport modes. 117 sport modes, a majority of which I don't even use. I only really use sport modes like yoga, running, swimming, cycling. If it has a multi-sport mode, that's what I use. If it has a weights mode, I can use that too. Cardio, that sort of thing. But this one has Yeah, it has high intensity interval training, athletics, skateboarding. It has water sports, outdoor activities, training, dance, combat sports, ball sports, winter sports. So let's talk about the sport modes that I was able to try out. Namely, running, indoor cycling. With the current movement restrictions in place, I don't have access to the pool in my condo complex. I don't really feel safe cycling outdoors at this point, so yeah, that was off the table. There is a triathlon mode, but I wasn't able to take it out for a full spin, but I was able to simulate that. Now, before I go any further into sport modes, I want to mention that the Mi Watch is able to sync your activities to Strava. I think this was an issue with the earlier Mi Watch where your data couldn't really be exported out of the Xiaomi Wear app. So this time, the Xiaomi Wear app is linked to Strava. So every time you sync your Mi Watch to the Xiaomi Wear app, you can also, that same data can also automatically be uploaded onto Strava. So if you're already a Strava user and you're going to migrate to using a Mi Watch, then all your data is still in the same place. You can still look at all the same metrics. You can look at how Strava crunches your data. The only thing I think is that when you look at the data crunched by Strava versus the data that was recorded on the Mi Watch and uploaded onto the Xiaomi Wear app, you'll only be able to see moving time rather than total elapsed time. So that's just something to consider when looking at your data on Strava crunched from the Xiaomi Wear app. Now let's get deeper into the sport modes that I tried. Let's start off with running. Running has 3 screens while you're using the watch during a training or workout session. And these 3 screens aren't really customizable, but you'll be able to find the information that you want on any of these 3 screens. So it's already a lot of data presented right on your wrist. And then you save the data. It's a whopping 8 screens of data post-run. You're able to see a graph form of your pace, your heart rate, your cadence. You can see how much time you spent at each heart rate zone. And then the watch itself crunches all that data from that session and it shows you a training effect. And will show you your VO2 max, which is an estimate, your recovery time, and the energy you've consumed from that gross energy number that it calculates every day upon your waking. All these metrics are going to help you dig deep into the quality of the session that you just did, what you need to improve, how you need to recover, etc. Next mode we're going to discuss is indoor cycling. Here's the thing with the Mi Watch, you can't really pair it with an external sensor like an external heart rate strap or a cadence sensor, a speed sensor, power meter. If you do indoor cycling on your own bike and you like looking at things from the point of view of how many kilometers you were able to do during a certain period of time, this watch really can't tell you. But if you do indoor cycling like spin classes and all that, where calorie burn and heart rate are the most important metrics, then the Mi Watch can do that. For swimming, because I don't have a pool, I wasn't really able to test. But I was able to simulate trying to go from one end of a pool to another. And that's because this watch has its own accelerometer and gyroscope. So it basically tracks your swim stroke by the motion of the arm that's moving. And so when I tried to go from one end of my condo to the other, doing the swim stroke and then switching directions, this Mi Watch was able to count that switch in direction as a lap change. So yeah, it counted the laps. There is no lap button so that you can separate your interval time from your rest time. But if you're only doing swimming to count laps, count number of calories, the elapsed time, yeah, it can track your swim pretty well. Triathlon Mode builds on the outdoor swim, outdoor cycle, and outdoor run modes, but also adds transition between them. So you can record how much time you spend in transition, which, you know, transition is a major part of triathlon. So it's always nice to be able to separate the transition time from the swim, bike, and run times. Now, the touch screen locks while in swim mode, so you will not accidentally switch the watch off while you're swimming. Or if somebody hits the face of your Mi Watch, it's not going to stop the swim from being recorded. And also, sometimes, you know, when your fingers are wet, you really can't touch the touch screens. So because the touch screen is locked, then you can only access the controls from the home and sport buttons. Then it eliminates any hassle. To switch between disciplines, you have to hit the home button to pause the workout, and then you tap transitioning on the touch screen to start timing the transition. And then you tap on the screen again, ride or run, to continue on to the next discipline. It works for the most part. My only concern is that the ride and run areas on the screen that you can tap are pretty small. So if you're already in a high pressure situation like a triathlon and your hands are shaking and you're trying to get out of transition as fast as possible, you might miss that area on the screen to tap ride or run. Have I mentioned how much the Mi Watch costs? All of these features come at the price of 4,990 pesos, which is about $100, which is kind of amazing if you think about it, because a lot of these features are in higher end smartwatches. Sometimes these higher end smartwatches don't even have particular features like the barometer and the compass in the Mi Watch. You can't find it in another watch that I use. If you're an orienteer, if you're somebody who likes going up in the mountains a lot and pathfinding through wilderness areas, I think the Mi Watch might be a better device to have on your wrist during those situations. Now the question becomes, is the Mi Watch right for you? I've had a few people approach me during my review period to ask if it would be a good substitute for other smartwatches and fitness watches that they own. And I always had the question, do you need your external sensors? What are you planning to use this smartwatch for? If your answer is you don't really need external sensors and you just want a fitness tracker with 24/7 fitness tracking with smartwatch features and the capability to record nearly any kind of workout or training session, then the Mi Watch can fulfill that need for you. The Mi Watch is available on Shopee, Lazada, and all authorized Xiaomi stores. Alright guys, that is it for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this informative, entertaining, interesting, please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you again next time. Bye!